Zimbabwe is a country that experienced significant hyperinflation in the past. The Zimbabwean dollar is no longer actively used, as it was officially suspended by the government due to rampant hyperinflation. A decade ago, during a financial crisis, Zimbabwe recorded the second highest incidence of hyperinflation in history. The country's inflation rate for November 2008 was a staggering 79,600,000,000%, essentially a daily inflation rate of 98%. Prices in Zimbabwe nearly doubled every day. Goods and services would cost twice as much each following day. With the unemployment rate exceeding 70%, economic activities in Zimbabwe virtually shut down and turned the domestic economy into a barter economy. The cause of Zimbabwe's hyperinflation was attributed to numerous economic shocks. The national government increased the money supply in response to rising national debt. There were significant declines in economic output and exports, and political corruption was coupled with a fundamentally weak economy. Hyperinflation in Zimbabwe spiraled out of control, causing a foreign currency, such as the South African rand, Botswana pula, United States dollar, etc., to be used as a medium of exchange instead of the Zimbabwean dollar. Hello, welcome to my channel. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe, like, and share. The Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe blamed the hyperinflation on economic sanctions imposed by the United States of America, the IMF, and the European Union. These sanctions affected the government of Zimbabwe. Asset freezes and visa denials targeted at 200 specific Zimbabweans closely tied to the Mugabe regime. The Southern African Development Community designated the 25th of October as a day for solidarity against sanctions imposed on Zimbabwe by the European Union, United States, and United Kingdom nearly 20 years ago. The targeted sanctions were applied in response to human rights violations, government policies and actions that impede democracy, rule of law, and respect for human and property rights. Institute for Security Studies research in 2019 and 2020 found that investors were put off by the high-risk premium placed on the country because of the targeted U.S. sanctions, and numerous international banks have cut ties with Zimbabwean banks because of the onerous task of complying with U.S. Office of Foreign Assets Control. OFAC monitors sanctions adherence and penalizes any U.S. company or individual who does business with a sanctioned individual, entity, or country. Most companies in the U.S., Canada, and Europe would rather avoid doing business with Zimbabwean companies because of the cumbersome process of checking if entities are related to a sanctioned person or company. The risk of being caught on the wrong side by OFAC is high. Many companies in Zimbabwe have gone under or are operating at a suboptimal level, unable to procure goods and services from Europe, Canada, Australia, the US, and UK.